So I want to say thank you from all the people of Michigan for your hard work here. Now, why is this so important? It's simple. It's about people's livelihood. And I really appreciate, Tommy, your comments about how you interview people still, and about how you ask how they get to work. We're not talking about just a nice thing. We're talking about a critically important thing in terms of public transportation. It's people's lifeline. It's people's lifeline to a job. It's great to have Steve here. If you look at it, it's their lifeline to health care. There are so many reasons why public transportation plays a very important role. And to be open, many of us don't recognize that as much as we should. This is not just the end of it. It's really exciting for our future. Because I think one thing we're really seeing is our young people are really looking towards mass transportation more and more. Public transportation is how they want to get around. It's about placemaking. It's about quality of life in addition to livelihood and medical care. And that needs to be recognized and supported. So I think you're doing very forward-looking things here. It's not just for today, and it's wonderful stuff today, but this is something that will live on and be a legacy, and I think you will see strong economic development focused right around this line. And as you add other lines, other opportunities. So I appreciate all that, because this isn't just a nice thing to do. This is a necessary thing to do, and a thing to build for our future, because when I ran for office, I still come back to it. It's still about the basics. It's about jobs and kids. And this handles both those. So thank you for working on a project of this degree. Now, since I do have a mic, I have to mention one other thing. I would share with you, I am concerned about the future of transportation in Michigan. And one of the things I've talked about, both in the state of the state and the budget, is the need for more revenue, more resources for transportation. A good percentage of those resources go to mass transit. We're not investing what we should in this state today in terms of our infrastructure for roads, bridges, rail, mass transit. And if we don't do this right, we're going to end up in a very big hole. So when people say, I'm asking for more dollars, and things still are tough in Michigan, I acknowledge that. It's a case of, do we want to do the smart thing and treat this much like an oil change and invest on a regular basis? Or do we want to wait for a huge crisis? And that huge crisis will show up if we don't do something. It might be 5 years, it might be 10 years, it might be 15 years. But I can tell you in 10 years, the cost to catch up to what we would have let go downhill would be more than twice as much. In the meantime, we would have lost thousands of job opportunities. We actually would have had lives lost because we would have safer roads if we did them right. So that's my brief commercial for you, is this is where we need you to speak up to your legislators, to your friends and neighbors, to say, there is an issue of sacrificing something today. But by making that sacrifice today, again, it's like making an oil change instead of waiting for an engine rebuild. Let's do it right, let's do it together, and it sets a foundation for even more BRT lines. In that place where we want our young people to say they can stay in the Grand Rapids area, they want to live here, they want that quality of life, and they want to see their kids raised here. So congratulations on all the great stuff you're doing. To the Rapid, to all of you for your hard work, for all the communities involved. You're a role model for the rest of Michigan, and let's just keep going. Thank you so much.